In Uvalde, Texas, are still searching for a motive in Tuesday's school shooting. Texas Governor Greg Abbott revealed yesterday the 18-year-old gunman sent messages about his plan before the shooting at Robb Elementary School began.
Salvador Ramos shot and killed 19 children and 2 adults inside of their classroom. As the investigation continues, the families of the victims are facing a new reality now without their loved ones.
I just want my baby home. I don't care. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about...
Difficult to watch there. People who knew the gunman say that he was antisocial. He dropped out of school recently. President Joe Biden is expected to travel to Uvalde in the coming days.
In the days following events like this, as families are left to mourn their loved ones, the rest of the country is left to wonder what's next. You may have heard that after mass gun violence like this, gun sales typically soar. This is just one of the claims the Verify team is looking into. Abby Larico joins us now with what they have found. Good morning, Abby.
Hey, Tony, good morning. We are sorting through some of these claims to make whatever sense we can following this shooting. And we want to verify, do mass shootings defined here as 5 or more people injured or killed lead to a spike in gun sales?
To find out, we talked with Jurgen Brower. He's the co-founder and chief economist at Small Arms Analytics and Forecasting, a research firm that focuses on firearms, and looked at 2 studies. The answer is a bit tricky.
It depends very much on which kind of mass shooting it is. Not all mass shootings are equal in their secondary effects.
Secondary effects, meaning how the media, lawmakers, and the public react to a tragedy. Studies show that a spike in gun purchases or background checks doesn't always happen. This 2019 Journal of the American Medical Association Network study found that from 1998 to 2016, of 124 major mass shootings, 21% were associated with increased gun purchases, but 17% were actually associated with decreases.
The shooting in Las Vegas a few years ago, or the shooting at the Orlando, Florida nightclub, those have not led to a really statistically noticeable increase in firearms demand and sales.
However, Brower says experts believe the mass shootings involving young children seem to have the most association with increased gun sales. A 2017 Annals of Internal Medicine study found that in the wake of Sandy Hook, 3 million more firearms were purchased than in typical years.
When you have a school shooting, the outrage is more popular than otherwise and more widespread than otherwise. And therefore you get more calls for firearms legislation. And then you have the reaction that in response to those calls and the fear that potentially new federal legislation may be passed, that then turns on the demand spike.
So this morning we can verify that no, not all mass shootings correlate directly with an increase in gun sales. Whether or not this one will lead to that or any further firearms legislation, we'll of course be watching. Tony?
All right, very interesting, Abby. Thank you very much.